did you see this declaration by the court that if we separate, if we divorce, I haven't finished.
Finish.
That if we divorce,
Finish.
you don't take shit.
Finish.
It's not guaranteed
Finish.
that you will take things. In fact, the court said you have to prove that you contributed to this thing. And of course, you know, all the men said amen. When I read it, I thought about my wife. I'm like, these judges don't know Manuela. These judges have not met Manuela.
They've not met my wife.
That you did what? That there is no equal share. So ladies and gentlemen, as for me and my house, there is no divorce.
That was your conclusion.
I just knew. I'm screwed. I'm not going anywhere.
Actually, I'm here looking for my things which I had written, just in case some cockroach disturbs you.
The things you've contributed to.
Yes, please. I'm just looking for them here. Let me get them very quickly.
As you look for those things, what did you think? Honestly.
I really think that the conversation on unpaid domestic and care work done by women, predominantly by women, we really need to make noise for ourselves. Because if we don't, women are going to suffer.
Why do you guys talk about this thing as if you should be paid for it?
Because you see,
what do you mean I should pay you for cooking food?
No. You don't need to pay me for cooking food, but when I cook food, that should be a task that is deemed worthy.
What do you mean?
Deemed worthy, because you see, Brad, if I don't give you food, okay, so you've gone and bought land worth 5 million.
Yeah.
But if I had not cooked the food that you bought, and brought into the house, you would have gone to a restaurant. And bought that food at 30,000. So that land which you bought at 5 million, you would be less that 30,000.
Well, at least Mama Natch won't ask me for my land title.
That's fine. So why don't you? Why isn't my cooking of the food? Because we're not talking about now, attitudes, my wife, she has bad manners, she asked me for the land title, whoa. No, just the work that I do at home, Why can't it be deemed?
Why can't it be monetized?
Yes, why can't it be monetized?
It can't, because that's a duty.
No, and that's what we are saying, that's why, because you can't say it's a duty, yet it has held me back from being able to contribute to that piece of land, and also it has enhanced your life to make it possible for you to go and buy that land. You get it? Because, Brian, if I wasn't cooking food, because you as a husband, you come home, you relax. Me, I go and I cook. Why don't I go and work? And I stay also in office. Instead of thinking about what you're going to eat, even if I'm giving it to the house girl to cook. Because we are paying her. All that mental work that I have to go through to make your life comfortable, why don't I just stop it so that we are both the same? We go, we work, we come back home. So that now we can see that, now I'm contributing. When it comes to kids, when the schools call that a child is sick, let them call you also.
But they call us sometimes.
No,
they call
sometimes.
Us.
Sometimes. But Brad, let's be honest. Like now we are being honest people.
But that shouldn't be the reason.
But you see, it's holding me back. What what men don't understand is that when I do that duty, it holds me back.
But I also do
the
duty of providing.
No, Brian, you see, your providing duty is being monetized.
When you're looking for a partner as women, you look for men who will be able to do what?
To provide. And Brian, that's fine. You're not understanding, honey. Listen. Because you're not listening. I think you want to just quarrel, but you're not listening. That duty of provision for men is being monetized. That's why a man can come and say, I went and bought land, I went and bought food, I went and bought, the food was this amount of money, that this was this amount of money, your name Mulisa, and then they will say, yes, he did this amount of work. But I can't go and say I took care of Brian when he was sick. I went and I was holding him when he was depressed or when he was sad about work. They don't count the fact that I was busy taking care of his children. My duty is not monetized, and that's our quarrel. That my duty should be monetized the same way a man's duty is being monetized.
I think what this law did, right, was to now, if couples are not sober, it's going to turn, number one, our wives into prostitutes. Because she's going to give you sex and say, you're short, but they are listen.
Yes.
I think that's what it's going to do.
Yeah,
it's
and
going
Brian,
to...
and you're right. Because because people are not counting that duty and monetizing it, yeah, we are now going to have to come and say, but if I didn't give it to you, you'd get it from a prostitute. So you give me that money, so that when they ask me how much have you contributed, when you call me and say we need land 2.5 million, I have 2.5 million to give you. Because once I saw there, my duty now became monetized.
Question.
Yes. Brian, we will even start charging you to give back to your children.
But that's bullshit.
Because omwana tabeera wange. Omwana abaana bange babayita Mulondo. Abaana bange bagenda they'll bury them where? Bari Uganda. You click. Is that my child? It's not. You get when they are considering who has children, they call Mr. Mulondo.
So what you are saying? You get.
So I'm going to say, what's the price of a surrogate of a woman who gives birth? Because if I didn't give birth to that child, would I have to get your sperm and my.
So essentially, so that you don't over quarrel, then lose your voice. What you are saying, that this declaration was absolute BS.
Absolute BS.
Hogwash.
The most realistic thing to say is 50-50, because duties are duties. You get, but now women are going to start either keeping track of the stuff they do,
or they are going to hide.
They are going to hide
because they are already hiding from us.
Exactly.
Yeah, omukazi akufira konga, she's the landlord. Now what these judges or whatever these land people call themselves, whatever names you call yourselves, what you've done is to encourage our partners to hide property.
Yeah.
One man, the rest of you men, don't allow this absolute rubbish. No. What you do, sit down with your person, and just agree as a. The moment you go to court, women are going to. Women are going to make us extinct, you people.
I'm telling you.
And
but honey, you fear. You fear because me, I'll calculate, honey.
But honey, you will lose. You will lose if you calculate.
You call the place you call home. The place you call home right now is like a 5-star hotel. Those days when we had just got married, it was like a 3-star. Honey, do you know how much a 3-star is per night? It's like 75k.
Kati we man now for 10 years in bed.
Thank you very much. There is no land you have for just the home I've given you. There is no land.
Manuela.
There is no property. You have Sinaba. You have 2 children, Blake and Bianca. Giving birth to those 2 children. 2015 and 2013, the price of surrogacy was different.
Was what? One
was 20k USD for Blake.
Are you sure?
40k Bianca USD. And the fact that I gave, have you seen how cute those children are? Have you seen how cute they are? Their price goes up. I'm not yet done, honey. I'm not yet done. You people, we finished third term. This term was end of third term. Blake and Bianca, both of them, I'm talking both of them. Are you hearing, honey? Both of them had honor roll. Do you know what honor roll is? You get an average of 96% in over 18 subjects, 18 papers. As if that's not enough, they were promoted to the next class in the middle of third term.
But on that note, Mr. Chairman, on that note, the intelligence is from me.
Neda, please. No, please. Those children, Mr. Mulondo, the price of Blake and Bianca takes them up. But then, God forbid,
how much will you charge that?
You don't even. Do you know the price of a meal?
What
in a restaurant? On average, 20,000.
I don't eat in those restaurants.
Oh, you eat in restaurants?
I eat the ones where it's about 3K there. 3K.
Even if it's 3K?
Yes.
For 10 years. Which land do you have? Which is that amount? Mr. Mulondo.
Now we are poor.
Sinama, you know how many times you've come home to tell me you are stressed? Honey, do you know what happened? Honey, tell me, do you know the price of a counselor? Do you know the price of a counselor? A counselor at this rate is, when we were getting married 10 years ago, was 100,000 an hour. 10 years ago. Now 10 years later, you think I'm how much? For just being there and waiting for you and listening to you as you are telling and advising you.
In fact, Manuela,
listening to you, I was a counselor.
Those people at the workplace, they will pay for that bill.
When I started talking,
because they stress me.
I started coaching you. Do you know how much a coach is, Mr. Mulondo?
But Manuela,
Mr. Mulondo, me, I'm just telling you, don't fear to divorce me. Fear.
I divorce you at my own risk.
Fear.
Mukama.
Fear.
Who is your lawyer?
Fear. At times I don't joke.
Who is your lawyer?
Don't worry.
I just want to check something. Kale, what I'm going to do for you to just equilibrium kuzikiza tomorrow. Get ready. Nkutwala to Namamve. Kugulire Toyota Belter. How is that? How is that for a proposal?
I want Rumion.
You want Rumion?
Yeah.
Okay, we can take both.
I want Rumion.
Let's take both for you and your bright, beautiful children. Then
No.
You don't want
that's
any.
not the price. That's half of Blake.
That's half of Blake.
You'll be now starting.
I'll get you Belter, Rumion.
No, I just want Rumion. Belter and Doza, it will be for you.
For me, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Rumion, I get you one.
Now there you'll be half of Blake.
Half of Blake. Now to complete it, I'll hook you up with a Prudential account. Divorce. Kale no. Let those who have eyes see. And if you have ears,
Here.